So, hello guys, welcome again. This is Prince Manu. Okay, I'm setting a microphone. Good. So, this is Prince Emmanuel, and I'm here to present you or to tell you a story of how my friend turned into a gay without him knowing. So, before I continue the story, please, my fellow guys, in the name of God, I beg you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that when I upload new content, you might see and more interesting stories that it continues. You know, this world we are in a crazy world. By the way, we are in a crazy world. So I'll be giving you secrets and spiritual growth also. Yeah, but first of all, I want to talk about how my friend turned into gay, and then how then in the third part I'll talk about how is LGBTQ spiritually. So, uh, please sit down, relax. If you have not buy bundles or you have not subscribed to your Wi-Fi, okay, stick to that internet. Make sure your internet doesn't disturb you. Anyway, let me tell you a story. So, I had a friend. Let us call him John. John, when we were in high school, was at this age of 16 or 15 years there. So at that age of 15 when we were still in high school, so we used to be great friends. This John. So John was my greatest friend that I've ever met in my entire life. And used to be one of the greatest guy in Christian Union. We used to go to praise and worships, many things by there that entails spiritual growth. So my friend literally was a great guy. Used to encourage me, used to push me, used to tell me, let us study hard, let us work hard so that we can become people with great minds. And he was one of that great friends that I had in my entire life, and I used to take him as one of my great person. So this my friend literally uh, was one of the guys that his activity you could keep silent. You could never understand. You could not and you never understand his steps. By the way, you never get his steps. You never understand his moves, directions, what he wants. You never. Have you ever seen those people? By the way, you never see his moves, and he'll just pop up. Being known for good things. By the way, so John was that type. By the way, his things that he does, it was secret. So when I was in Form 2 here in Kenya, we usually use forms Form 1, Form 2 to Form 4. Then you go to tertiary schools, where is now universities. So when I was in Form 2, now my friend started acting weirdly, and then there was a time I asked him a question. Hey, John, why are you limping so hard and why are you disturbing yourself? Why do you feel uncomfortable? And he told me it's okay, I'm fine. I feel like I'm hurted somehow. Maybe I'm just hurted. There's just a unique way somebody's walking. And then I just, okay, it's fine. Go to the hospital and maybe things will be okay. And I assumed. But I never knew things were getting worse. And in my schools, things were just like, you know, I never understood by the what was going on. I was just innocent kid, bro. I was just innocent kid. So when John was literally going ahead and okay, life continued as time months goes, months turn into years. Now I was in Form 3. Now this John started, first of all, spiritual growth started going down. He doesn't want to go anymore to go praise and worship. He sit back at church function when we were at a dining hall during services and fellowship. Used to sit at the back. And then I started noticing that behavior, that change of behavior, because when we were in Form 1, Form 2, you used to be very active nigga there in front. So these guys started changing. Okay, I started noticing the behavior. I started noticing you know, everything I started noticing by there about him. So that point I started realizing, and first of all, me being a nice friend to him, I went up and told him, why are you so not, we're not still continuing going to, yeah, okay. I just tried to ask him, where is your interest? You have just lost interest in church. Where are you heading to? So for the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we started becoming also friends, because when he started losing interest in church, which means our friendship started going down, because what made us to be friends, it was about church. Okay. So then he told me an excuse that I want to focus more on, books, because it's examination, national exams is near, and blah blah blah, many excuses. But and then I told him, okay, if you want to prepare for national exams, which means it will be a next year paper, then you need God more than even before. Then I said, no, you know what? Yes, I have not left God. You know how people give excuses when they are now dragging themselves down in spiritual growth? That was John, by the way. So he was. I realized that, and I noticed that thing. I tried. No, I really tried to put him on track, but it could not happen. So it continues that way. Okay, I started noticing weird changes on him. Started loving secular songs. He started going to entertainments. Okay, there was a time I was just having some work after a board day. It was on a Saturday. Then I found him dancing on a. He was dancing, literally was dancing, and I just noticed that, and I saw that, and I say, okay, fine, fine. I've now started. Now I started. Okay, you know what? If somebody has decided now to leave God, from that point now I already knew the guy is lost. Okay, the guy is lost, and what can I do? I've never become a spiritual mentor. I've never become by the a spiritual mentor to help someone to grow spiritually. I'm not. I'm just trying. Okay. So as I continued, things change. I realized that change. Okay. I realized that change, and it took a turn. Okay. It took a turn. So I just left him first of all. I just left him. Okay. I left him, and I don't wanted it to become a something bad. Okay. So I'll talk about it in part 2. So please subscribe to my channel. In the next video, I will upload part 2 of how my friend turned into gay.